back to Morning Thailand. Now take a look at political developments here. Yesterday, the Department of Special Investigation is launching another investigation, another probe into the case against the opposition MP, Kun Malika Bunmi. She's the Democrats Party deputy
Very
spokeswoman.
outspoken.
Very. Kun Malika Bunmi has been coming out and talked against the government several times before, and this time the complaint has been filed by one of the red shirt leader, Kun Winyat Chadmantri. He's the lawyer of the red shirt group, the UFDD, United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship, the pro-government group, concerning a picture that has been circulating on the internet just like throughout last week. If you remember, if you happen to see this picture, it was the picture of the Prime Minister Kun Yingluck Shinawatra, which originally she was standing in front of the signboard of Guiburi National Park in Prachuap Khiri Khan province. Here you go. There's a picture on Kun Malika's Facebook page. However, in the online version as this one, the signboard was doctored to contain the words เสือสิงกระทิง rat in Thai, which mean tiger, lions, bull, and actually is the phrase in Thai language that should have been followed by another word, rat or rhinoceros, which is not a proper word to use with women.
Exactly, it's a slang. If you hear the word rat, which is rhinoceros, obviously, in English, rat is actually used to call a woman who are not acting accordingly. Let's just put it that way. That would just have been around the block quite a bit. So therefore, this particular obviously picture is not something that
should happen.
Exactly, because that's not the actual word. And to put the Prime Minister right next to it, it's just, obviously trying to refer to something else. Hence came the defamation lawsuit.
Yes, and Director General of the DSI, Kun Tharit Phengdit, said that they would have to take up this case because it concerns an offense under the cyber crime law and also concerns the Prime Minister, who is the leader of the country. And Kun Malika seemed to be a person among the first group of people who posted this picture on her Facebook page and triggered millions of shares and likes among her followers and also other Facebook users and also on Twitter as well. So Kun Malika will be accused of violating the Computer Act, which cover illegal acts of importing fake computer data.
Well, the thing is, I think these days you have to be more careful of what you do, because sometimes you do it because you thought it was funny. It might not be funny, especially if you're a key figure. And obviously, Kun Malika has been quite outspoken, but I think, let's just fight with each other over politics, not, anything else at this point. So I guess DSI have a lot more cases in their hands, especially, a defamation suit, which is going to take over, other cases, which I hope that they would get a chance to invest more into other cases other than defamation lawsuit, obviously. Now, moving on to the reform panel, Kun Phai, we have been reported about it quite a bit, and the reform panel is just kind of something that has been raised after there's a lot of conflict and discussion over amnesty bill, which has already been passed, obviously. Now, like I have mentioned before, there are several people that were invited to join the reform panel inside and outside of the country, interestingly enough. A lot of veterans, politicians. However, one person who seems to stand his own ground is Kun Abhisit Wechashiwa, the opposition party leader, the Democrat party leader, who said that he would definitely not going to join this particular panel, because according to him, he said that if they want this panel to be transparent and work accordingly, then the amnesty bill must have been taken off the table first, because it's all started because of this particular amnesty bill. It's very important for the country, and he said that all he asked was that they push the amnesty bill consideration a little bit further, not just
to prolong the deliberation.
Exactly, to prolong it a little bit more. He said that that's all he has asked for. And he said that at this point, the fact that Kofi Annan, the former United Nations Secretary General, did not get involved into this particular panel, did not accept it. That means that is have shown that this particular panel might not work, because obviously the government should think about why their invitation has been declined by Mr. Annan, obviously. So he's referring to someone else. However, Kun Noppadol Pathama, of course, who is a lawyer
Thaksin's lawyer.
Kun Thaksin, has came out and said that the fact that Kun Abhisit acting this way, that not accepting this and such, they say that to be very careful, because otherwise Kun Abhisit might end up like a kid in the Home Alone movie, where the parents just went for Christmas and left the kid alone. So that's quite interesting comment coming out from Kun Noppadol Pathama there. Now, just to give you an actual name of this particular reform panel, they call this exchange of ideas. The project called Uniting for the Future, Learning from Each Other's Experiences. So that was like a whole theme of this particular, invitation and such to have the project.
So this is just like a seminar, right?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like they call it reform panel.
Because at first I thought it's like a committee, a special committee that has been formed.
But that's the thing. Like there's still a question whether or not, if they get down, talk together, came up with the solution, would that be released to the public, and whether or not it's going to be effective, like in terms of implementation. So it seems like a lot of people has been invited already. Earlier you see General Chawalit Yongchayut accepted it, but Dr. Prawet Wasi, another key figure, he said that he has to decline. He's 82. He's going to look from afar, and his wife said that you're too old and your condition is not well, so let's stay home. So he's going to take his wife's advice and then just look it from afar. Yes. All right, let's take a short break, because Kun Chain have more issue in terms of
very interesting
censorship right here in Thailand. It seems like it got out of hand at this point. So please stay tuned.